Great. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. My name is Katie Schauer, and I am the Digital Marketing Specialist here at InSource and your host for today's webinar. You've joined us today for a great webinar with our friends over at IVC, and we're going to get to them in just a second, but I want to cover a few housekeeping items. We are keeping the lines muted at this time due to the call volume we are expecting. So please use the Q&A or chat boxes for any questions you may have, and we will answer those at the end of the session. We are recording today's session, and we will be posting that to our website as well as sending it out to you in an email later next week once we have the recording available. And also, just to let you know, during our demo today, you may experience a little latency in your imaging. That is due to WebEx and not due to the product that we are showing you. WebEx likes to be a little funky sometimes when it comes to sharing video, so I just want to make sure you guys know that ahead of time. With that, I'd like to introduce Jason Packett of InSource.
Thanks, Katie. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. InSource, our ultimate vision here is to revitalize manufacturing in America. And today we heavily are invested in making the industrial revolution a reality with thousands of industrial companies. Today, I like to, with what's going on with the COVID and everything, this is a fantastic product to bring in to help with your health and safety plans. It's not the ultimate plan, but it should be part of your plan to get going. So I appreciate Jared and Raphael for being here. So Jared, I'm going to pass this over to you. You're muted right now.
All right. Thanks, Jason. Thanks, everyone, for joining. Again, my name is Jared Melendez. I am part of the sales force here at Industrial Video and Control, and I've managed our partnership with InSource for the past few years. So for today's presentation, I'll quickly cover an intro to our company. I'll introduce our new Therm ID product, which is our solution to aid in your screening process to bring workers back to work safely. And I'll go over some of the product features, and then I'll hand the presentation off to Raphael Bastidas, who is our Chief Video Engineer, and he'll go through a quick live demo of the Therm ID system. We can then answer any of your questions. In total, this should take about 20 to 25 minutes. So we've been engineering IP video solutions since 2001 in our headquarters just outside of Boston, Massachusetts. We have a manufacturing warehouse located in Greenville, South Carolina. Our core capabilities include manufacturing of industrial video cameras, development of our own video management software, and deep industrial video application expertise. As a camera manufacturer, we provide a full range of hardened video cameras, primarily for industrial applications. Our VMS is robust camera management software platform, which integrates heavily with SCADA and process control systems as needed. So the solution we're presenting today is a body temperature scanning system that can quickly identify individuals with elevated body temperatures. So what's our goal? Returning to work safely. We're presenting our solution to aid in the screening process to help slow the spread today and beyond across all industries. A big percentage of you may already have a need for this now, or a system like this may become part of your company's process going forward. I do want to be clear that monitoring the temperature of people entering your facility will not ensure workers will be safe, but it can be an effective first line of defense and should be viewed as part of your virus mitigation protocol, protecting employees and customers and minimizing virus transmission. The system is designed to be used anywhere employees or visitors may be entering an office, factory, store, transportation entryways. Airlines, for example, are using temperature screening systems, or any other type of facility where you would have some entry. We're positioning this as a complete turnkey system, easy to quickly deploy and move around to different entryways as needed. This is a contactless system that will ship with our Therm ID camera, our VMS, a computer, and a mobile stand. As typically deployed, our system is non-invasive and can effectively estimate body temperatures from 6 to 10 feet away. It's easy to set up and will automatically scan all individuals within a defined field of view. This can operate as a standalone unattended system or be networked and centrally managed in a facility-wide or even company-wide monitoring program. The system is designed around a dual imaging thermal and HD visual camera. So the way a thermal camera works is that it detects the infrared energy reflected from objects in its field of view and converts this into pixel by pixel temperature reading. The thermal camera is specifically designed for body temperature measurements tuned to a narrow range of temperatures. The camera uses facial identification software to read the areas of your face which have the highest correlation to an individual's core temperature, so your tear ducts, for example. And it can provide temperature readings with an accuracy of within half a degree. So here's how it works. These are some of the items that we'll see in today's demo. When a person enters the detection zone, their temperature is immediately calculated. Next, a thumbnail image of each individual and their temperature measurement appears in a scrolling bar in the display window. These snapshots are available for recorded view as well as live view. Individuals with temperatures within a normal range are highlighted with a green border. Snapshots are taken along with their detected temperature, which is displayed again in both real-time and recorded view. When an abnormal temperature is detected, a snapshot of the individual appears within a red flashing frame and an alarm is actuated. Some options for alarming include an audio alarm, visual alarm notifications, email and text messaging, and video and discrete alarms, along with configurable company-specific procedures for handling high-temperature entries, including additional instructions that can be displayed on screen. So with that, I'm going to hand it off to Raphael. He'll go over our live demo.
All right, Raphael, you've got the ball. Just a reminder to our viewers, if you joined late, we may have some latency problems in this demo. It is not due to the product, it is due to WebEx and its operation. Oh, Raphael, hold on one second. There we go. You're unmuted. You're good to go.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rafael Bastidas. I will begin by describing the components that make up the system. Basically, we have a dual lens camera. It's composed of a thermal lens and then the HD lens for the visual camera. Then we have a computer with software, and we have the Ethernet connection between the camera and the computer. And lastly, we have a 110 VAC power input. This is all mounted into a mobile stand with wheels so that you can move it around. And we have two different versions of the stand. Next, let me explain how the software portion works. It has been pre-configured and designed for plug and play. So basically what that means is as soon as you plug in the unit's power, then Windows boots up and it will automatically start booting all necessary services that we require for the product to work. And at the end, you will get our ViewStation software interface, as you see here. Now, what you see on the left, this is the visual camera, which is an HD image. At the bottom is the thermal image. We have on the right a weight logo. This is when, as the scanning progresses, the software will make a decision, and you will see that it's going to be either green or red. And the middle column basically shows you a history of what has happened. And we have a small log at the bottom of how many scans and the elevated events. So now we will do a demo of how the system works. The last event, I basically simulated an elevated temperature by using some hot water. One important thing to note here is we are using our software to process the information. Therefore, you can select the thresholds of the low temperature and the high temperature and the conditions on when to alarm. The additional point to note is that what you see here is a view that we have customized for the presentation. But if desired, this view can be changed and a warning can be added, for example, or rearranged in the way that we are displaying the video. Lastly, is the alarm notifications. We are capable of triggering emails, text messages, alarm, sound notifications, as well as we could also trigger hardware events like turn on a light or trigger a contact closure to a door.
Raphael, one of the other things I do want to add, seems like you may be done with the demo, but I do want to add, we can add customized on-screen notifications. So if someone does alarm, depending on your company's protocols, we can ask visitors or employees to move to a designated area, for example. So it really depends on whether you will have an operator out by where the stand will be. We can also, Raphael mentioned, as I mentioned earlier in the presentation, we can send email or text messages whenever someone does have an elevated temperature. For example, on the screen, what we're seeing here, in the middle of the screen, you're seeing a list of thumbnails. So these are anyone that's come through the system will have historical data of that snapshot along with their temperature. So for the higher, the elevated temperatures, we can send those off to your operations team to notify them of anyone that may be carrying a temperature. Raphael, is there anything else you'd like to cover in today's demo?
Yeah, sorry about that. I lost my audio for a second. What I was saying at the end is that the system is very reliable. We have compared the detection with FDA approved devices, and we are within 0.3, 0.5 degrees. And since the system takes an average of the temperature, sometimes we're even more reliable than those devices. Another key thing is that in order to avoid false alarms, once the software, as Jared mentioned, performs facial identification. And once that has happened, the temperature data comes through the software, and we won't keep displaying the same image of the same subject over and over again. We only will do it once unless the temperature rises. And now I will take any questions that you have.
Great, we do have a couple questions. The first one is, besides sending alarms on or setting notifications on the screen, are you able to send alarms to an email address?
Yes, we can send the alarm to an email address.
Okay.
So that alarm is going to include a photo of the person along with their temperature.
Okay. My next question is, can Therm ID be used outdoors?
Yeah, that's a, that's a very good question. Although we have tested outside, there are challenges that we need to take into account. And basically, for Therm ID to work in a reliable way, we need to have a controlled background. So as long as we have a controlled background, then an outdoor deployment could be possible. However, the system is not weatherproof.
Okay. And then could you talk more about how you can rearrange the view? What can you do to rearrange the view?
I can give you a brief demonstration of what. So our ViewStation software is customized by using templates. So within a template, we have many. Each window can be assigned with different features like playback, live video, and in the case of on the right where you see this is a wait symbol, we can add something else to it. And in case of an alarm, when something alarms, like Jared mentioned, we can switch that into something else that gives you instructions on how to proceed. So what you see here, the view and the size of the windows can be customized.
Okay. And I'm just going to see if we got any more questions. That looks to be it at the moment. So I want to thank you guys for your presentation. Thank you, Jared and Raphael, for your time. And again, please note that there was latency in this image due to WebEx. It is not due to the product. We will be sharing this recording with all of the people who attended and registered, and we'll have it on our website as well. If you do have any more questions or you'd like to see a live demo at your facility, or you would like more information, please feel free to contact InSource. You can reach us at communications@insourcess.com. You can reach us via our website, insource.solutions. We have a handy dandy contact us button right at the top of our screen. Or you can give us a call at, I think it's 8, now I feel silly. Can't even remember our 800 number, 877-InSource. Anyway, if you do have any other questions, please feel free to send those to us and we'll be happy to discuss this with you. Again, thank you, Raphael and Jared, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.
Thank you very much.